Next question. You talk about stepping back or detaching to better assess situations. Can you expand on how you detach?
Okay, so this is one I've been asked. I probably even have I answered this before?
Yes.
Should we just skip it?
No, I think it's worth it,
Okay, I'll go over it quickly since people ask me all the time. Okay, first of all, you want to detach, step back, literally step back. If you're online with a bunch of people in a combat situation, literally step back. If you're in a combat situation, point your weapon at the sea, at the roof, at the sky, whatever. You're not going to engage any targets. You're going to step back. If you're in a business environment, step away from the computer. Step away from the terminal. Put down your pen. Back away. You're in a meeting, heated meeting. You need to detach. Stand up, back away from the table. But it's literally stand back and step away. Once you do that, you relax. Now that physical part that I just talked about of literally stepping back, that's something that it's a physical reminder of what to do. You can get to a point in your life where you don't need to do that.
Yeah.
Or where you usually don't have to do that. But things can still escalate quickly to where even the most highly trained detached person still has to step back and take a wrap off and take a look around. So in most of these situations, especially when you're first starting to try and do it, physically step back. Physically do something that indicates to you as a person, and it actually indicates to everyone around you that you're doing this. Like when somebody stands up from the table and steps back, it's an indicator. Okay, he's taking a wrap off, right?
It's all dramatic.
We get it. Yeah, actually, we're trying not to be dramatic, but it's going to be dramatic anyways.
Yes, it is.
Now, take a breath, look around, and make a call. That's it. That's how easy it is to detach. Now, the actual hard part of detachment is being self-aware enough that you know when to detach. That's the challenging part, because they end up in the situation. By the time they go, man, I should have detached. Yeah, that's right. You should have detached. You lost your temper. You got involved. You couldn't make a decision. You got dragged into the weeds like everybody else did. If I would have, and I've done this plenty of times when I was training SEAL platoons, I would just go up to the leader who was getting dragged in a situation. I'd be like, hey, step back with me. I'd take them 2 steps off the line. I'd be like, look around. And then they'd easily be able to make a decision. Yeah. That's the easy part. The easy part is stepping back. The hard part is knowing that you need to do it. Because it's like, I guess it's to use the stupid analogy of the boiling frog, right? Where you put a frog in water, you slowly start to boil it. Next thing you know, it knows it's dead. It didn't realize that if you threw it into hot water, it would just try and jump out immediately. Yeah. It's the same thing here. You don't walk into a room and the chaos is going on. No, you walk into the room and everything seems okay, and then it starts to escalate. Next thing you know, you're in it. And next thing you know, something bad has happened and you didn't detach in time, so you lost the bubble and you lost control and everything went sideways. So you gotta know, you gotta understand when it is you need to detach. You gotta have your own personal red flags to tell you that it's time to relax. When you feel yourself getting frustrated, when you start getting like that, you need to detach. When you feel, if you're getting flustered, you go back, okay, detach. If you start feeling angry, or you start feeling the white knuckles, or you start pecking hard at the keyboard, right? Sure. Right? When you type an email out and you're hitting the keyboard hard,
it's an indicator.
For sure. You better not hit send, because whatever you wrote isn't good. It's not going to solve any problems. Your raised voice, right? You start raising the voice, you start getting angry and aggro with people. Those are the little things. Those are the little indicators that tell you need to detach, step back, take a breath, look around, walk out of the room, put your weapon at high port, just relax. Look around, make a call. One more thing. Sometimes what the reason you need to detach is just so you can see something from a different angle. And you can ask a question. I personally love doing this. I'm in a meeting, right? And I work with a bunch of businesses. And it actually gets pretty, I'm getting involved in what they're doing. And they'll be all basically staring at a problem, right? Staring at a problem, and they can't figure out what the solution, whether it's a leadership problem or a process problem, and they're all staring at this problem. And they can't come to a solution. Well, I come in, first of all, I'm totally detached, right? It's one of the benefits of my job is I'm totally detached. So when I come in, a lot of times what I bring to the situation or what I can see is I can just ask a question that none of them could think to ask because they're all looking in the same direction. As soon as you flank that idea, you see it from a different angle, you come up with a solution. So my point in this is, don't only use detachment to prevent your emotions from driving your decisions. Also use detachment as part of your creative process to detach from your current thought pattern and move to a new thought pattern where you can create new ideas and different plans from different angles that were not seen from your previous vantage point.
Interesting. It's good.
So I guess we did get a little bit out of that detachment there.
Yeah.
Revisitation.